I don't like to complain. I like to put a positive spin on things. Not that toxic positivity that you hear about. But if I can interpret something in a positive way, it helps me. It helps me to keep going. And there's always a few different ways to look at a thing. So I told you about the weird pains that I have here. Who knows? Strain, way I sleep, I don't know. The spiritual interpretation is money worries, feeling a little burdened, worried about my mom and how I'm providing for her. So I can't lie down on my sides, either side. It's too painful, it pulls. So I've been sitting up on the sofa when I'm watching TV, working, doing whatever I do when I'm on the sofa. I've been sitting up, pillows on either side. And I interpreted that as, well, isn't this a blessing? I can't lie down on my side and waste time playing games or surfing the internet and doom scrolling. It's a time waster. So now I'm forced to sit up, a little more motivated, a little more focused. And if I doze off, well, I'm already sitting up. It's easy to wake up and move myself into the bedroom. And today I noticed my feet were swollen. I haven't had a swollen foot situation in years. And it appears that it's because I had spent a lot of time with my feet above my heart, elevated, while lying on my side. Now that I'm not lying on my side, we have swollen feet. I did a lot of desk work today. I did my taxes. I did my mom's taxes. It was a lot. It was a lot. Using your brain in a way that you're not used to can actually be physically draining. But I did it. Everything nice. And then I'm looking like, why are my feet? I have Miss Piggy feet. I have little bread loaf feet. I haven't had that in years. So, not elevating my feet above my heart has caused this. Great. So now I have to make an arrangement on my sofa, take the back pillow off, have another pillow to put my feet up. You know, it's time to watch TV and wind down for the night. Or YouTube videos. Everything projects to the smart TV. And I'm not complaining. I am just saying all these weird aches and pains are a lot. They're tiring. They're painful. But here's what keeps me going. What keeps me going is knowing. I didn't mean that to rhyme, but it rhymed. What keeps me going is knowing. Knowing that nothing stays the same. Everything changes. Everything flows, from job situations to financial situations to aches and pains to health to the ebb and flow of life. So whatever pain I'm in today, it's not going to last. There are solutions. I remember when I couldn't do this with my thumb. I'm not sure if I talked about this in a video. I don't know. It was like trigger finger. It was strange. It was stuck. I had a brace on it. And I went to a healer. You know, you go to the doctor, they slap a brace on you. There's not much they do. They say, well, perhaps surgery. Like, okay, I'll be back. That's the last resort. And I saw a Tibetan healer. And the first time I had worked with him, he did some energy work and made me laugh, and he laughed, and bam, like right there, it just happened, healed. I guess it was 2 or 3 years later, it recurred. So, of course, I sought him out again. But this time, it didn't heal miraculously. I mean, he worked on me. He did energy work. He shifted things. But I said, well, I came here now for 3 sessions. Why isn't this improved? He says, this one's for you to heal. How? Now, I don't believe he's a Christian man. He's a Tibetan Buddhist, most likely. But his suggestion was, say the Lord's Prayer every day, preferably in Aramaic. Now, I have an app now that does say it in Aramaic, but at that time I didn't. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I just said the Lord's Prayer every day. I don't remember when I noticed that it had completely healed, because I get busy and thinky and completely healed. What was it to begin with? I don't know. Sometimes we don't need to name the illness or the thing. We just need to get help for it. I'm not telling you to go to Tibetan healers. I'm saying go get help wherever you feel led to get help. Hey, I have 2 titanium knees. Now, the book From Wheelchair to Warrior, which I will get to once I'm finished with my course and my YouTube thing, you'll see I went from healer to guru to healer, looking for a solution. Well, spoiler alert, 2 knee replacements. That's how that got fixed. There's Star-Lord. And it was good. I'm glad I went through those surgeries. I had them done, the 2 knees done separately, 6 months apart. It brought me ease and movement and mobility, and it was great. So only you can figure out, only you can intuit where to go for help. I will go to doctors. I will consider their advice. I will go to healers. I will consider their advice. And then I choose. And even if that's not the thing, the next thing, you keep moving and trying and seeking and fighting until you receive healing. When we stop doing those things, when we stop fighting, when we give up on our health and the possibility of wellness, things get worse. You have to believe you're worth the effort, and then you have to make the effort. A lot of my life has been pursuing healing, whether it was psychological, spiritual, or physical. And I never give up. I keep looking, I keep fighting. And I'm telling you this because if I can do it, Xander, so can you. See, we're humans together. And humans have potential. And our bodies have this innate intelligence. Our bodies want to be well. They want to function. So we just have to find the blockages and get them out of the way. Whether it's spiritual, physical, emotional. And usually each ailment has all 3 components. So keep fighting. Fight for your health. Make the effort. Overcome that voice in your head that says you're not worth the trouble. Or that voice in your head, perhaps from a relative or a partner or someone who says, well, I have this and I have that and I just learned to live with it. Well, that's sad. Doesn't mean you have to. You have to make the decision to put your health as a priority and figure it out. Well, I don't have the money. I never seem to have the money for things, and yet it falls in my lap at just the right time. Start talking to people. Start saying, this hurts, that hurts, and start accumulating some advice and some direction. You'd be surprised. I remember when I was younger and my period cramps were so bad. And it was at a party, and I don't know why this young lady was, how we got to talking about it. And we were like comparing our battle scars and talking about how, oh, well, my period cramps are so bad, I'm on the bathroom floor, and oh, mine are so bad, nothing works, and it's 3 days of hell. But then she said, well, that's how I used to be. I'm like, used to be? What happened? She says, oh, the doctor prescribed fill in the blank. I still take it to this day, not for period cramps, for aches and pains. It's not an opiate. It's an anti-inflammatory that killed my cramps dead. All right, I'm going to tell you the spooky part of that. So she gave me the name of the pharmaceutical, and she says, you're going to have to kind of fight. It's not something that's regularly prescribed. And I'm like, well, I'll beg. I'll do whatever I have to do. And I went home, and there was a prescription for that particular medicine on my floor in the bedroom. Yes, that happened. A doctor had prescribed it for me for arthritis. And I don't know what made me not believe it was going to help. Maybe I didn't have the money. I don't know why, but it got stuffed in a whatever pile and blew onto my bedroom floor, to be found the day this young lady told me about it. I don't have to make these things up, because things like this happen to me all the time. Will they happen for you? I don't know, but you have to open your mouth, and you have to be in a state of movement. You have to be working toward getting better and seeking relief and help. And the solutions will come. If you're not in motion, the solution can't find you, or it'll be more difficult. I mean, look, if you want to sit in meditation and will things into being, God bless you. It's just, I don't know anybody who can do that. I don't know any Buddhist monks who are doing that. And I don't know any Christian monks who are doing that. Just spending days and days in prayer. Although that probably would work, but nobody, who has the time? We're surviving out here. We're working and we're getting things done. So, but yeah, that delightful coincidence happened years ago. I was still menstruating at the time. So what am I recommending for you? Well, I don't like to recommend, but I suggest be moving toward something so solutions can find you. Believe you're worth the help. Believe you're worth the relief. Believe that relief is possible. I'm not too worried about my, what do you call this, bicep? I don't even know what's going on over here. I'm not going to be stuck with this for the rest of my life. I'm not going to be stuck with puffy Miss Piggy feet for the rest of my life. It's not even going to last much longer. Why? I believe that wellness finds me. And I'm in motion, and I'm moving, and I'm finding solutions. And I'll probably look up some sort of physical therapy to help move the lymph, to help circulation. And I'll be in motion. Life in motion. Don't be tempted to stagnate and curl up into a depressed little ball of, why does this always happen to me? It happens to you so you can be in motion to find a solution, and you could learn how strong you are and how blessed you are and the potential you have. That's my interpretation. But you know me. I like to think positive. I like to put a positive spin on things. It gives me hope, and it helps me to keep moving. So I hope this helps a little bit. Hope it gives you hope. I used hope twice in a sentence. But I do believe that hope pulls you forward. It pulls you forward. You have hope and you grab onto it and you let it pull you forward. So please do. You are worth it. You can do it. I believe in you. Thanks for watching. Please leave me a like, subscribe, share this with someone who you think might benefit from hearing my story and my experience. Leave me a comment, even if it's a little heart, and I'll be back tomorrow with another video because I said I would. Be well.